management and pedestrian flow over these past several days. It's been the location of so much of the public aspect of this grieving. George?
Yeah, I can say, Brian, that we have kind of worn out our welcome here. People keep asking the media, when are you guys going to leave? This street in front of the Jackson compound has been pretty much closed down because of all the media interest and because of people coming by, setting up this makeshift memorial behind me. You talked earlier about the costs to the city of Los Angeles, estimated at $4 million and rising for protection for police services, because the police have to secure a number of venues, including in front of the Jackson House, including Forest Lawn, including the area around the Staples Center downtown. So it's pretty expensive in terms of police overtime. And because the city is in a huge deficit, over $500 million right now, several members of the city council have suggested that maybe the Jackson family or the people who own the Staples Center, AEG, should step up and foot part of the bill. And they've also set up a site on PayPal where Jackson fans can also help contribute to defray the cost of this. We'll see how successful that is. Brian?
George Lewis and Encino. For those just joining us, here's what's transpired so far as we look at these scenes from earlier today. Joe Jackson in the front seat. Joe Jackson, by the way, who started out his professional life a crane operator, U.S. Steel, Gary, Indiana. A couple of guys had a band that was based at the plant. That kind of put the musical germ into him. And then, of course, he discovered that this brood he and his wife were raising in this tiny saltbox home in Gary, Indiana, had the talent we all learned later that they had. When we've been talking about the scope of this as a kind of a global event, as a media event, when Smokey Robinson came out to read some of the statements of leaders really around the world, Nelson Mandela has today commented on the death of Michael Jackson. Lester, he may be one of the, when we take the long view of history, one of the towering moral figures of the last 100 years.
But he has to recognize, and I think as we all recognize, that love him, don't love him, love his music, don't love his music, that Michael Jackson took his place among those relative handful of people who made an impact around the world, that the name brings an immediate reaction, good or bad, around the world.
I'm told music is starting up again inside the Staples Center.
No won't die. We are born to see the King. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We're going to see the King. Hallelujah. Ooh, hallelujah.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Pastor Lucius Smith, and I am proud to call the Jackson family my friends. To millions around the world, Michael Jackson was an idol, a hero, even a king. But first and foremost, this man before us today was our brother, our son, our father, and our friend. Michael Jackson was and always shall be a beloved part of the Jackson family